Welcome to the guide to apply for OPT online. My name is Brittany Sonnenberg. I'm an advisor at the International Programs Office. In this workshop, I'm going to explain how to prepare your online OPT application. Let's get started. If you have not already watched the F1 post-completion OPT workshop video, please stop watching this guide and view the workshop. If you have any questions after watching this video, please schedule an appointment with your International Services Advisor in Vandalstar. Please note that the University of Idaho is not responsible or liable in any way for the approval or denial of your OPT. Students are responsible for filing their application with complete documentation, understanding F1 rules regarding OPT, and properly maintaining F1 status. Your first step in applying for post-completion OPT is to complete the OPT application in iVandal to request your new OPT I-20. Your International Services Advisor will email you when your I-20 is ready. As a reminder, you cannot submit your OPT application to USCIS until you have received your new I-20 from the International Programs Office. Once the I-20 has been issued by the IPO, you have 30 days to submit your application to USCIS from the date of issuance. Late applications will be automatically denied. This next step in the online OPT application process is optional. Students may choose to sign the Permission to Open Mail e-form in iVandal, stating that you allow IPO to receive and open your mail from USCIS. Complete this form only if you plan to have your OPT approval documents mailed to the IPO. This is only recommended if your mailing address will change within the next 3 months of filing OPT. All OPT documents must be picked up by the applicant in person. If the applicant is not in Moscow, they must pay for eShip Global to receive their documents by express mail. To apply for your online OPT application, you will need to prepare the following required documents. You will need a digital passport-sized photo in color that meets USCIS's specifications. You will also need a scan of your passport page, a scan of the front and back of any previous EAD cards if applicable. You will need a scan of any previous I-20s authorized for CPT or OPT. If you have never been authorized for curricular practical training or CPT or optional practical training OPT, you will not need to include these documents. You will also need a digital copy of your new OPT I-20 with the OPT recommendation signed by your IPO advisor. You must also sign this I-20, and you can use a digital or handwritten signature. This I-20 must be issued within the past 30 days to apply for your post-completion OPT. You will need your most recent Form I-94 arrival and departure record found online, and a credit or debit card which you can pay the filing fee. Now that you have prepared all of the required documents needed to apply for online OPT, you must create an online USCIS account at www.uscis.gov. Once you have created a USCIS account, select File a Form Online and select I-765 Application for Employment Authorization to file the C3B Post-Completion OPT application. Once you have accessed the online form, you will be asked a series of questions, starting with Basis of Eligibility. Select C3B Student Post-Completion OPT to apply for post-completion OPT. Next, you must select the reason for applying. Select Initial Permission to accept employment if you have never applied for OPT before. Have you previously filed Form I-765? Check No if you have never previously applied for work authorization with an I-765. If you have previously filed an I-765, please check Yes and provide evidence. Is someone assisting you with completing this application? Check No, unless an attorney or an interpreter is helping you complete your OPT application. This next series of questions is about you. Your name. What is your current legal name? Have you used any other names since birth? Check Yes or No and provide any nicknames, aliases, or maiden names in this section. In this section, you will provide your contact information. Enter your phone number, your email address, your U.S. mailing address, and your physical address. If you wish to have your OPT documents mailed to the International Programs Office, please provide the IPO's mailing address in this section. Next, you will describe yourself. What is your gender? What is your marital status? In this next section about you, you will provide your city, town, or village of birth, your state or province of birth, your country of birth, and your date of birth. Please pay attention to formatting. Please enter 2 digits for month, 2 digits for the day, and 4 digits for the year. In this next section about you, you will provide your immigration information. Enter your country of citizenship. Find your Form I-94 Arrival Departure Record online and enter your Arrival Departure Record number. Enter the date of your arrival, the place of your arrival, and your visa status at your last arrival into the United States. Please select F1 Student Visa Status unless you changed your status after your most recent arrival into the U.S. In this next section, you will provide additional information about your immigration status. Enter your passport number of your most recently issued passport. If your passport will expire in the next 6 months or less, you will need to renew your passport before continuing with this online application. The next question asks, what is your travel document number, if any? You will likely leave this section blank. What is the expiration date of your passport or travel document? What country issued your passport or travel document? Your immigration information continues with what is your current immigration status or category? Select F1. What is your Student and Exchange Visitor Information System number? Look at the top left of your most recent I-20 and your SEVIS ID is listed there. In the last section about you, you must provide other information. The first question asks, what is your A number? Check the box, I do not have or do not know my A number. What is your USCIS online account number? Check the box, I do not have or know my USCIS online account number. Has the Social Security Administration, or SSA, ever officially issued a Social Security card to you? Answer yes or no. Do you want the SSA to issue you a Social Security card? If you do not have a Social Security number, or SSN, or you do not have your card, you should check yes. You will need to complete the required information so that the Social Security Administration can issue a Social Security card. In the evidence section, you will upload the required documentation needed to apply for your OPT. The first document to upload is the 2 by 2 inch photo of you. Your passport-sized photo must match USCIS's digital image requirements. Please use the Department of State's photo composition tool to help you upload the proper sized photo. The next piece of evidence required for upload is your I-94 arrival and departure record. Your I-94 and travel history information can be found on the CBP website. The next piece of evidence to upload in your application is a previous employment authorization document or your government ID. If you do not have a former EAD card, you should upload a copy of the photo page of your passport in this section. The next piece of evidence to upload are any previously authorized CPT or OPT I-20s. If you have applied for curricular practical training or optional practical training in the past, you must upload I-20s with those details in this section. If you have never applied for CPT or OPT in the past, you can leave this section blank. The final piece of evidence needed for your application is the OPT I-20. This is the I-20 you will receive from the IPO after submitting your OPT I-20 request form in iVandal. The I-20 must be signed by an IPO advisor and by the student. You can use a digital or handwritten signature on your I-20. If you need to provide any additional information for any of your answers to the questions in this form, you may enter it into this space. If you have previously authorized CPT or OPT and do not have the former I-20s with those details, you should enter the following information in this section. Under this section, choose Evidence. Under Page, choose Previously Authorized CPT or OPT. Choose Previously Authorized CPT or OPT for the question, and for the additional information, provide the type of previously authorized practical training, the dates of previously authorized practical training, whether the training was part-time or full-time, the degree level, and your employer's name. Now that you have uploaded all of the evidence, review your application and ensure that there are no error warnings. If there are warnings, return to those sections to update and make corrections. Next, view Draft Snapshot and make sure that all of the information has been entered correctly. Save the downloaded PDF application for your personal records. After you have downloaded the snapshot, check the Evidence Submitted page to make sure all of your documents uploaded properly. Double check your 2x2 photograph and make sure that it reads Validated Photograph. If it reads Unvalidated Photograph, you will need to upload a new photo that meets USCIS's requirements. After you have checked your document for completeness, read and agree to the applicant statement and type your full name to digitally sign your application. Before submitting your OPT application, you will need to pay your application fee by using a debit or credit card. Once you make the payment, your application is submitted. You will get a receipt notice right away, and you can use the number to track your case online. If you navigate to the Documents tab, you will see a section called USCIS Notices. This is where you can download a copy of your I-765 receipt notice. You can track the case in case history and upload unsolicited evidence if you have missed anything and want to send it to USCIS as additional information. After the OPT application has been submitted online, please refrain from contacting the International Programs Office to check your status. You can use the LIN number printed on the receipt notice to check the status of your application online. Simply go to the website listed here and click on Check Case Status Online. Please wait for roughly 90 to 120 days to receive your approval. It is very important that you contact your International Services Advisor immediately if you receive an I-797C rejection notice or request for additional evidence. After your OPT has been approved, you will receive an I-797 approval notice followed by an employment authorization card referred to as an EAD. This card shows the start and end dates of your OPT period. You are not allowed to work outside of the printed dates. If you have forwarded your OPT mail to the IPO, the International Programs Office will notify you by email when we receive your documents, and we will require you to set up eShip Global Services if you are no longer in the Moscow area. The student is responsible for the express shipping fee. After you have been approved for OPT, you will receive an email from SCVP regarding your SCVP portal. Please set up your account and portal within 14 days of receiving this email. Update this portal as needed when your mailing address and employment information changes. Next, complete the OPT report in iVandal and upload your employment information and offer letter. After iVandal and your SCVP portal have been updated, your International Services Advisor will update your I-20 to reflect your employment and contact you by email. Remember to update your SCVP portal and the International Programs Office of any changes in your address, contact information, employment, visa status, travel, etc. We are still responsible for your CVIS record, even though you are working on OPT and no longer enrolled at the University of Idaho. If you have any questions after viewing these OPT workshop videos, or you would like assistance reviewing your application with an International Services Advisor, please schedule a 30-minute advising appointment in VandalStar. Your International Services Advisors are listed below. Students with last names that begin with A or B, your International Services Advisor is Adriana Otekotner. Students with last names beginning with C through Z, your advisor is Brittany Sonnenberg. We wish you the best in your job search. Please make sure you connect with the IPO on LinkedIn and use your resources at the Career Services Advising Center for assistance with your resume and interview skills. Best of luck and go Vandals!